So in my whole entire lifetime of owning iPhones, I've owned a few different ones throughout my life, and there have only been maybe like once or twice that I regretted actually upgrading my device and or selling my older one, because I would have loved to have actually gone over and probably ended up using that iPhone even though I had already upgraded to the next generation. Now, I've thought about this recently mostly because of my iPhone 14 Pro, and although it's a great iPhone, although it, brought some changes here and there, I don't really think I'm probably ever going to go and upgrade from my 13 Pro to my 14 Pro, mostly because there's just nothing there. There's really not too many changes, and I'm hoping the iPhone 15 is a bigger change. If not, hardware-wise, the iPhone 14 Pro is great, but it's more of the same, and I'm happy Apple's selling a bunch of these things, but personally, if you already have the 13 Pro, there's no reason to go up to the 14 Pro. But the first iPhone that I can remember to myself that I actually regretted kind of selling was my original iPhone 10. So I still have an iPhone 10 that I bought. I think this one's like the 256GB or 128GB version, but I bought the base model of 64GB. And what had happened was, I think around the same time I was planning on getting an iPhone 10s or something like that, I actually ended up getting an iPhone 10. I actually got two of them. The one that I got was fully functional, but the other one that I got actually ended up having a green light through it, and it was such an annoying thing, and I ended up returning that one. But that 64GB one that I actually had, I regret selling that, because when I sold that, I ended up going back to my 7 Plus for a little bit of time, and then honestly I just was sick and tired of the home button, and then I went back up to my iPhone 10. Now that was probably the first iPhone that I can think to myself that I regretted selling, even though I went backwards, because the iPhone 10 was just that great of a device that I actually did love that phone so much. Now, another phone that I can probably throw in there as well was one that I almost sold, and I'm so glad that I didn't, and that was actually my iPhone 11 Pro. When I had upgraded from my 11 Pro to my 12 Pro, I was kind of on like 50-50 on thinking about upgrading, on selling my older one or not. I actually ended up not doing it, but if I had done that, I feel like I would have been miserable, because my 12 Pro gave me such a weird experience, and that was kind of more or less the same of what the 14 Pro is, I think, giving a lot of people. It seemed like with the 12 Pro, Apple really skimped out on the battery, and they didn't really think about that area too much. But with the iPhone 14 Pro, they really skipped out on the software, in my opinion, and they kind of focused too much on the hardware, and they didn't optimize the software too much. So when I had the 12 Pro, I was glad that I could still go back to my 11 Pro. Unlike if I had sold it, then I probably would have been a little bit more miserable, to be honest. But that's not to say the 12 Pro isn't a good phone or it's not capable. Still a very good phone for sure, but I was glad that I had the 11 Pro there, just in case something drastic happened to my 12 Pro, I could still always go back to my 11 Pro if I needed it. So in terms of that, those are pretty much the few iPhones that I had that I honestly kind of do regret, selling or almost sold. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.